The day before heavy rain hit San Diego, we're checking in on what city crews have done to clear drainage ditches so that catastrophic flooding doesn't happen again like last year.
County and city crews are prepping for what's shaping up to be a big storm. How you can get ready as well.
Are the recent insurance reforms in California making a difference, or are they only making the rates go up? We'll take a closer look at the numbers.
A Norwegian tall ship docks in San Diego, but it's what's happening on board that's steering the future of ocean innovation.
Wind and Sea, the book. It takes a look at the history of the surf spot and the surfers that came from here.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
We begin tonight with a live look at Coronado, where things are calm for now ahead of a strong incoming storm that's expected to leave San Diego soaked. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. That storm is expected to arrive tomorrow and linger through the weekend. Because of that, crews were out at known flooding spots in Alpine and across the county today, posting warning signs and putting out sandbags. But there is also concern about making sure storm drains and culverts are cleared ahead of the rain. Tonight, CBS 8's Alex Cheney is standing by with a look at those concerns.
But our storm coverage begins with Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis, who joins us for a first look at how the storm's going to impact all your weekend plans. Carlene.
Well, when we're talking about the weekend plan, especially for Saturday, Saturday is the day we're expecting the heaviest rainfall, and also when we have a flood watch that will go into effect. So we are still talking about flooding being a concern, and now the watch has been issued by the National Weather Service, and those elevated flood concerns will carry on for much of Saturday. Heaviest rainfall expected during that time frame. We start to see some of those lighter, more moderate showers moving in by tomorrow night, and then talking about the heavy stuff for Saturday and some lingering showers on Sunday. So we are looking at some showers starting later on tonight. They're not looking to be very heavy, but it puts us into that likely range as we go into those overnight hours. Looking at scattered showers, on again, off again activity throughout much of Friday, but then we get the likely heavier stuff as we go into our Saturday. You can see that even that line trying to go right there off the graph. So we are looking at a good chance, likely chance of seeing that rainfall, especially at 99% being that chance. We are also talking about that flood watch, so we'll get to more details coming up. Back to you, Marcella.
Thanks, Carlene. And as always, you can find our extended weather forecast on CBS 8 Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The city of San Diego sent out crews today to check out the situation in areas that were hit hard by flooding back in early 2024. CBS 8's Alex Cheney continues our storm coverage tonight.
He joins us live from Mountain View with how the storm drains are looking tonight. Alex?
Well, let me tell you, everybody who lives in this neighborhood that I talked to today is really happy to see that the storm drains have been cleared. They had to go through all that catastrophic flooding just about a year ago, last January, and they said they are hoping, because those storm drains are clear, that they're going to be faring a little bit better for this next incoming storm for tomorrow and into the weekend. The city's stormwater department is cleaning storm drains and inlets with a history of debris buildup and sweeping streets to reduce trash and pollutants from clogging drains throughout the storm. City staff will be monitoring more than 46,000 storm drains for any issues. Also, SDG&E is doing their best to get electrical equipment secure before the big storm. Crews will be ready to respond to potential outages and minimize disruptions. In the City Council chambers today, Todd Snyder, the director of the Stormwater Department, talked about what they're doing to avoid any catastrophic floods.
And then I'll be covering how the department is preparing for this upcoming storm season. So just to reiterate, the department's mission is really twofold. It's to improve water quality in our local water bodies, and it's to reduce flood risk.
Todd Snyder went on to say the city has cleared about 20 channel segments since July of this year in anticipation of the winter rainy season. City crews cleared out trash and vegetation to allow those channels to be able to carry more water and not create critical flooding like we saw early last year. He also mentioned that storm drain pumps are placed throughout the city, and those pumps can still work even if the power goes out. So just take this time to look around your home, notice any sort of issues or difficulties that might be happening as you go into a rainy day tomorrow and over the weekend. Make sure you protect your home from anything that could happen during that heavy rain. Back over to you.
Thanks so much, Alex. There were preparations all over the county today ahead of the storm.
CBS 8's Shannon Handy continues our coverage from Oceanside, where lifeguards are already on high alert.
We've been using the common phrase, the calm before the storm. That's because everywhere we went, from the mountains to here at the coast, it was sunny and warm, but that will soon change come tomorrow, which is why city and county crews spent the day preparing. Despite it being November, it seemed more like summer today at the beach near Oceanside Pier. But come this time tomorrow, that will all change as a storm expected to bring several inches of rain moves in.
We are preparing for the storms to hit.
Oceanside lifeguard captain Tyler Berry says his crews are on high alert. The Marine Safety Unit is keeping a close watch on the beach and harbor for big waves and a potential small craft advisory.
This is the Swiftwater Rescue transomless.
The Swiftwater Rescue team is also gearing up, ensuring their rafts and protective gear are ready when needed.
We're going to make the determination on whether they stay on overnight tomorrow if the rainfall does continue to develop.
Meantime, in our mountain communities, county crews are preparing for flooding and downed trees. This morning at their supply yard in Alpine, they were hard at work getting signs, trucks, and snowplows ready, as well as filling sandbags.
Hi.
Throughout the day, they also put up fiber rolls along roadways to prevent erosion, clear culverts and storm drains, and are prepared to work overtime if needed.
They're prepared. They're always looking for what's needed in the community. They are ready to adjust their schedules, transitioning from the 10-hour shifts to 12-hour shifts if need be.
Anyone who would like to pick up a sandbag can do so at county fire stations as well as city rec centers. We have a list of where you can go up at CBS8.com. Reporting in Oceanside, I'm Shanna Handy for CBS 8.
And remember, for the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, you can download our free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store. Just want to clarify for some of you, we had a little bit of a technical problem at the start of our newscast. It looked like we were doing CBS Evening News. We've returned to our regular programming. Apologies for that. In the meantime, insurance reform here in California was meant to help homeowners by bringing insurance companies back to the market.
Instead, the reforms have led to higher wildfire insurance rates. And as CBS 8's David Goffredson reports, many homeowners are now living with no insurance at all.
More than 10% of California homeowners have no fire insurance, according to a recent report by LendingTree, and that number appears to be increasing because of the insurance crisis in California. 2 years ago, State Farm, Allstate, and Farmers Insurance bailed out on writing new policies in California, making matters worse.
We're hearing that a lot of homeowners are just frustrated with the insurance marketplace, and they're really terrified to lose their insurance.
Emily Rogan with the nonprofit United Policyholders says insurance reforms in California were supposed to help. One, by bringing more insurance companies back into California, and two, by helping to get homeowners off the FAIR Plan, the insurance of last resort for people who had their fire policies dropped.
The strategy was that with more competition, we'll see rates go down, and we haven't seen that yet.
In fact, the number of homeowners forced into the FAIR Plan continues to increase, according to the latest numbers released in September.
Are these insurance reforms working?
I feel like the insurance reforms are a long game, and that really hurts for the homeowner, for the insurance consumer, because they're not seeing the relief that was promised.
For homeowners who have been dropped, the best advice is keep calling around. Farmers Insurance has resumed writing limited homeowners policies again. State Farm has not. Allstate is promising they will in the future.
If you don't want to do the research yourself, you can find an independent insurance broker who can write insurance from many different insurance companies, and they might be able to help you compare.
I recently shopped around for insurance quotes on my own house, and I found it was much easier to call agents with offices in my own neighborhood as opposed to going online and entering my address for those so-called free quotes. All I can say is keep trying. David Goffredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. A big curveball tonight from the owners of the San Diego Padres.
The Seidler family, who have owned the team since 2012, said today they are considering selling the team. Chairman John Seidler says they will handle the process with integrity to honor his late brother Peter's legacy. The family says they're also staying committed to winning a championship while they work with their financial advisors. CBS 8's Karthik Venkatraman will have more coming up later in sports. A championship event kicks off in San Diego this weekend.
Those details still ahead. Plus, the federal government has reopened, but the future of health care remains in limbo tonight. We'll explain.
And how world leaders are hoping to chart a course toward a cleaner future right here in San Diego. That's coming up.